Welcome to the lesson that will demonstrate how to complete the About Me project using Google Slides. As you can see, there is a directions page, and of course that's how you got this video. There are slides that have spots for you to replace the text. So in this case, you'll do a summary about yourself. You can go ahead and look down below and address those topics when you write your story. After you write your story, you're going to replace these black images and then you'll add a favorite quote. You will then go to the next slides and replace the images depending on the topic. So in this case, places I've been. I will go ahead and show you an example of what this will look like when you're done. So I went ahead and wrote a little bit about myself based on the criteria. I then replaced these images. I wanted an image of myself. I think it's really important and nice if you could add an image of yourself. Otherwise, you can just replace all these three images on this slide with something from your story. So for example, I said I want to go to Mount Everest, so I added a photo of Mount Everest. I also said that one of my favorite animals are grizzly bears. And then I went ahead and got a quote. Now this image happens to be on my computer, and you can see here places I've been. And then I replaced the titles with the location. Places I want to go, food that I love, animals I love, my favorite classes, and my favorite hobbies. Because I have completed the slide presentation, I'm going to go to slide number 2. Notice how I've selected it over on the left. I will then hit the delete key of the keyboard because I no longer need the directions. I will return to the presentation to show you how to set this up. So if you want a picture of yourself, you could select this image or any image for that matter. All the black images can be replaced. So let's say you want to replace your image here. You could go to replace image, upload from computer, and then you would go to the location. I happen to have mine in a folder called My Pics. And there is my photo that I uploaded. I would double click on it and then it would replace that image. If you don't want an image of yourself, then take something from your story that you will write over here. So let's say that you wrote in your story over here on the left that you love pizza. You can select the black image, choose the drop down of replace image, and choose search the web. You would then type in the topic, pizza, and then you would come down and locate an image that you want on your slide. Well, I happen to like that first one, so I will double click on that to add it. Let's say you have a cat and you happen to have an image of your cat. You would select that image, replace image, upload from computer, and then go find an image of your cat. Otherwise, you could always just go replace image, search the web. It doesn't have to be your exact cat. You could even type in kitten for that matter. And then you can select a kitten. You could either double click or choose the replace option when you select that image. Do not, I repeat, do not delete the image. So I'm going to do Control Z to undo that. If you don't like the image, you can always select it again, replace image, and either upload or search the web. So let's say I want to research and get another cat. I would come in and I would go ahead and double click on that image. For the quote, I just would select the text. I would put quotes, and in this case I used the quote, "In a world where you can be anything, comma, be kind," end quote. And then I had to find the author, and after researching it, I did find that the author was, I'll go ahead and show you my example page. And if you don't know who the author is, you can always type anonymous. So I will go ahead and select this text. I will do Control C or right click and copy. And I will go back and I will go ahead and add it to this board. And I will right click and choose paste without formatting. But I'm going to go ahead and hit the enter key and get rid of that. Now I don't know if you noticed I added this little love symbol. So in order to add that happens to be a transparent image. I went to Pixabay. Pixabay is a fabulous site that allows you to use copyright friendly images. So I did type in heart. After I typed in heart, because I think it's a nice image that complements that quote, you do not have to do this. I just want to fill in that extra space. And then I will choose color, and then I will choose transparent, and then go. So I came down and I happened to find it. I could also use these birds. I can right click and choose copy image, after selecting it. You can tell it's transparent because of the checkered background. So after copying it, I will go back. I will then do Edit Paste. I will go to the corner and go towards the center. If you do it from the side, it will distort it. So make sure you do it from a corner when you drag it towards the center to make it smaller. And that actually looks really nice. Do be sure to type in your first name. And again, you will select this and rewrite your summary based on the information below. Once you're done, you can go ahead and select that information and hit the delete key of the keyboard to remove it. I did want to show you a really interesting example of how to manipulate images once you've added them to your slide. So on animals, I love. So I went ahead and I went replace image after selecting the black image, search the web, and I will go ahead and type in, let's say, lion. And so I'll scroll down, and let's say I picked this lion. I can double click or select it and choose replace. That was added really nicely. So I don't need to do anything with it because it looks really good. Here is an example. I added this otter. Well, this will work in a lot of cases. If you double click on the image, you can see part of the image goes off of that selection. You can use the arrow keys of the keyboard to center it and then click off the image. I do want to point out you need to replace the text of the animal. In this case, it would be lion. Make sure it stays centered. I will select this and type in otter, and then I will continue to add images and titles to my presentation. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.